Well, here we are. It's the 15th annual Denny Palmer Memorial Walleye Classic in Mobridge, South Dakota with the fishing crew. I'm Chase and Walter. Jesse Konold is here with us. Jesse, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm going to have a fun night tonight.
Boy, I'll tell you what, there's been some weather here.
We've had some high winds and then low pressures coming through, and then a little rain going on. So we'll see how the anglers do tomorrow.
Yeah, at least we're not having snow. It is the 13th of June, right? Friday the 13th. I don't know if that comes into play or not.
We'll see how that shakes out, right?
Yeah, I don't know. We've got a live studio audience for this particular one. So when I say live studio audience, that means everyone's yay. Okay, it's like 4 or 5 people. It really isn't. It's not that many people.
Not quite
right?
too intimidating yet.
No, not at this point. But got a big tournament here. This is actually, I think, technically the 14th year. Once it was named the Denny Palmer Memorial Walleye Classic. So, but it's the 15th year of this particular tournament. So we got a lot of history here.
A lot of history. Wow. I mean, this tournament actually goes way back into the mid 80s. The chamber put on a fishing tournament. Was an old JC's tournament in the early 80s. JC's, and then it turned over to the chamber, and there's a Bridge City Classic. And like we talked on the podcast earlier, we needed a way to honor Denny and his family, and got the name changed to the Denny Palmer Memorial Classic.
Yeah, I think it's really neat what you guys have done. And of course, he was the Mo Rest guy. If for any odd reason you happen to have been in Mobridge and seen it, I thought I had it loaded here so I could pop it up real quick. And I guess that's one of the photos that I'll have to pop up a little bit later on. But it of course holds history of its own. Downtown, is it downtown Mobridge or uptown Mobridge?
We call that Grand Crossing Mobridge.
Grand Crossing Mobridge.
Grand Crossing Mobridge.
All right.
Yep.
So there is a ton of history there, from looks like old theaters to old businesses, the old bank. And of course, you got Walleye up. You got that awesome statue. I'm prepared for that one.
Hey, look at there.
Yes, I can pop that up real quick. So I was going to try to make it so it was like a bucking type of thing.
Oh yeah,
and I didn't know if I could make that work or not. I thought I'd at least give it a try. But the other cool thing that your mom told me about is the tiger. I didn't know about the tiger.
Oh yeah,
and that thing is amazing too. The sculpture there, and I should know the name, but I thought, well, I'll let Jesse tell us who does these sculptures and what's the history behind that.
So the history behind that's John Lopez. He's a great metal welder / artist based out of Lemon, South Dakota. We have a great group of ladies here in town that followed his art and said, hey, we need to get some of his sculptures here. He's well known. He's done a lot of the presidents actually in Rapid City. He's got art throughout the country, and what a better way of testament of what we got going on in Mobridge besides cowboy and walleye. So they came up with the concept. We helped with some of the financing side. They raised most of the money themselves, and then that turned into the tiger there at the high school. And I do know there's one more hopefully in the works. We would love to see something similar from him out at the rodeo grounds when we get to that stage.
Now that makes a whole lot of sense, because you got the Sitting Bull Stampede coming up July, is it 2nd, 3rd, and 4th?
July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, PRCA rodeo, and that's always a grand time here in Mobridge too.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. And of course, you got Mindy and the murals too. This is tremendous. I got to see a couple of them. I didn't have enough time to make it around town because there are a few more, right?
There's 3. So the 2 that you showed, we have the one that says the Welcome to Mobridge. We have the one that kind of encapsulates a little bit of what Mobridge is. And I apologize, we were talking earlier. Yeah, we're downtown Mobridge, Main Street Mobridge.
Okay, yes, Main Street Mobridge, which makes a whole lot of sense. It's got a little bit of a ring to it there.
Yeah, little flavor, little small town, but yet we're very fortunate our Main Street's thriving. But then we do have one more mural that we commissioned. The tourism committee and our 3B tax committee actually paid for it at the high school. When you come into the commons area, it's 2 monster eyes, that tiger eyes that are looking at you. It's beautiful.
And does it follow you?
It feels like it does.
Okay.
Yeah. Green eyes are staring at you.
Yeah, really kind of a little bit on the spooky side. So let's talk about the Denny Palmer. This one is different from the ones that the fishing crew generally does, because we do 2-day and we do 2-man teams. This one is a 1 day with 3 guys. So are we weighing 5 fish with 3 overs. Do you have that or am I really throwing you under the bus?
Luckily somebody gave me a cheat sheet that's here. And I didn't even know it was here. Our rules.
Well, okay. So you know what? I just thought I might as well ask because it is different. If you've got 3 people in the boat, I would guess that each licensed angler should be able to catch one over 20, right? So but you can only keep 2, I'm guessing.
Correct. Yep. So what we're doing, they can do 6 fish across the scale, only 2 over 20. And then 4 unders, obviously. But the kicker is they can only have 2 overs sitting in their boat.
Yeah.
So the big thing that we always see is our slot fish. We're going to see a lot of 19 and quarters, 19 and a halves with 2 kickers. And I know there's been some great reports of what's been happening on the lake the last couple of days. So I'm excited what we see coming across the scales.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, right now I'll pop these boys up. Joe Mole and Matt Williams, Mitch Williams, and Jace Anderson were out. I caught them at the Burger King, and I said, can I get a picture with you guys? But you have to have the Burger King hats on.
Love it.
And they were willing to do it. But I asked if they were pre-fishing for the tournament or they were out fishing. And they said, oh, we were just out fishing. But we had pretty good luck. They caught 2 32s today, 1 10-pounder and 1 10.8. So very nice walleye, a little on the thin side. Yep. So it's not going to be like a few years ago when the NTC was in town and we had those great big fat fish. Although, did I hear about a 14-pounder caught today or yesterday?
We heard of a 14 caught today. Okay. I think it's a matter of where those bigger fish are getting caught. If they're around the bait, that 32 inch is going to come in at 14 and a half, right. 15. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think some of our tributary fish, the Grand, the Morrill, Oak Creek, I think those fish are just a hair on the skinnier side. They're chasing bait right now. Our main lake fish are fat. We got the schmelt and we've got everything cranking for them.
Yeah, and I also heard that smelt are going so well that it may slow things down a bit because these fish are going to be full.
Yep, and I went out fishing. I had some buddies here from Lincoln Monday, Tuesday. The fish we cleaned, they're fat, but they were full. The bite was a titch slower.
That's what we want to see. We want to see it. So join us for all the action. We've got the rules meeting tonight. So everybody's going to get together. 63 teams in total, or has that changed now?
Last update, we're at 75.
Oh, heavens.
Yeah, we had a bunch that dropped in.
Last minute ones.
A lot
of last minute.
I'm guessing thanks to the podcast, word got out about getting to the ice fishing tournament. That's a great way of getting into it. And then I think the bite, the social media side, the bite's been on, and there's a chance for big fish. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Joe, Matt, Mitch, and Jace are a testament to the big fish. And these guys are just young guys out fishing and fiddling around and having fun. And shout out for using my name for your password on something particular. I don't want to give that away just in case, but I'm like, oh, well, that's actually hilarious. When you run into somebody you don't know and they're using your name for a password. So it is kind of funny, but yeah, we had Max Wilson really gave Mobridge a shot in the arm and a huge pat on the back when he was here with the Masters Walleye Circuit, caught his personal best here on
PB.
a Walleye.
That's awesome.
Out of Mobridge. Yeah. So, I think we all know that, when it comes to Mobridge, there are bigger walleye.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Sorry. That might just be a thing that I may just, it's Mo weather, Mo news,
Mo
walleye, more music, more fun. So, Jesse, we appreciate you joining us tonight. This is going to be a fun weekend here. I think the weather's even going to turn around for us a little bit. Tomorrow's supposed to be a pretty decent day. So, big day for a tournament tomorrow. And thank goodness it's not today, because today is June 13th, Friday the 13th. And here's the thing. Everything's been going just fine here.
It's a little scary. So we'll see how it shakes out the rest of the night.
It's all been fantastic. I can't tell you how much we appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All
appreciate
right,
being
Konold,
on.
Thank you. It is the 15th annual Denny Palmer Memorial Walleye Classic from Mobridge, South Dakota.